Hey, what's good guys, Zap Gaming, welcome back to another video. Now in this video it's going to be sort of different. I don't usually do these, it's more of a discussion video. I had a lot on my mind and people kept asking me questions about certain things. So in this video I'm going to be discussing my thoughts and opinions of Naruto Gaiden, my thoughts and opinions of Boruto Naruto The Movie, and I had thought of a theory of there being maybe a possible Naruto Gaiden game sequel to Naruto Storm 4, but we don't know. So let's get straight to it. So we'll start off with my thoughts on Naruto Gaiden. So a lot of people asked me what my thoughts were in general for this whole new Boruto / Naruto Gaiden series was. It took me a while to get an opinion of it as we still didn't know much about it. But after reading that last manga chapter, I'm actually pretty hyped for this new series. Immediately my favorite character is Sarada, hands down. She's like the female Sasuke. Most of you may know that Sasuke is my favorite character, so this was like a big deal for me when Sarada was featured the most in this first chapter. I like the fact that she is already a possible rival, or probably is a rival for Boruto. It gives me a lot of memories of the earlier parts of Naruto, which was nice. Sarada herself comes off as a highly intellectual prodigy, just like Sasuke did, so I think that she will grow to be a fraction of Sasuke's strength one day. Let's be honest, Sasuke is pretty powerful. I'm curious about how early she will unlock the Sharingan and how prone she is to emotional trauma, because if she gets upset quickly then she'll be able to unlock that Mangekyou Sharingan in no time, then leading her to becoming immensely strong. I wonder whether Boruto will be able to keep up with her, as so far we've seen nothing on him. Kishimoto mentioned that he has a secret jutsu which will be shown later, but I'm still pretty confused whether this one jutsu will make him a match for Sarada, seeing as she's an Uchiha. Of course they are superior. Boruto will probably learn the Rasengan just like everyone else did who's involved with Naruto and Jiraiya. For example, Konohamaru, Minato learned it, so Boruto is obviously going to learn it. But more interestingly, will Sarada learn Chidori or Fire Style? That would be pretty cool if Sasuke teaches her those in the new Boruto Naruto movie, but we'll get onto that later. One thing I didn't like about the Naruto Gaiden series is that the kids barely differ from their parents. I mean, they should have made some more effort at differentiating them. For example, Shikamaru's kid is basically a mini Shikamaru. I didn't see any difference. Chow Chow does look a lot of difference, of course. However, she's fat, just like Choji. I mean, it would have been nice if Choji had like a slim kid. They would have been able to make a lot of jokes, etc. And Inujin is basically a blonde Sai. That one was just obvious. Those were the only things I didn't like about the manga so far. Apart from that, the whole manga looks badass, and I hope it continues for a while. Some people told me that it was only going to last for 10 chapters, and I would be very disappointed if 10 chapters is all we got. I really liked the Naruto ending, however, I saw the Naruto ending as more of a new beginning, and that's why I really like that they started Naruto Gaiden, and that's why I'm really looking forward to the rest of the chapters. My questions to you are, do you think the series will continue for longer than 10 chapters? Do you think it'll be on and off again, etc.? Is it going to get its own animated show like Naruto did? And will there be a Naruto Gaiden Shipppuden if he does continue and it does grow to something big? Now to something a little more interesting. The newly announced Boruto Naruto The Movie is making its way to Japanese theaters this August 7th, which is pretty soon in my opinion. The animated series hasn't even started, if there will be one, however, that is, and already they've announced the movie, which will be out in like 3 months from now. Not to forget, Naruto the last movie was also pretty recent, although I watched it in horrible Korean audio, so I will probably end up watching it again during the summer when the DVD comes out. However, I am actually pretty hyped for it, as Sasuke is going to be Boruto Sensei, and that means he will probably be Sarada Sensei, so that will cause a lot of drama as he treats her like the rest of her team when she herself will expect to get special treatment. There's a lot of potential for this movie. I really hope they don't mess it up like Naruto the last movie, which was one of the best Naruto movies I've seen, by the way, but I just felt like they left out a lot. When I saw the cover after watching it, I was like, this is false advertising. Why is Sasuke on this cover? Everyone seems to be focused on the development of Sasuke and Sarada in this new movie. However, it's going to be mainly revolved around Boruto, so a lot of people might be disappointed about how much development we get on Sasuke and Sarada. Some development of Boruto will include his relationship with Naruto and jutsu and techniques, etc. And I'm mainly curious about his relationship with Naruto, because he does a lot of stuff to get attention. So he does stuff like Naruto did when he was younger to get attention. Something that struck me was that Boruto's life is pretty much the same as Naruto's. For example, his classmates didn't really like him, and he is still trying to mess with Hokage's mountain faces to get attention. The only difference is that Boruto has parents, but he still ended up in the same state as Naruto was. which is a bit confusing. I can understand why he's in that state. Naruto has no time for him, as he's busy doing Hokage stuff, and Hinata's too busy with the favourite child, so Boruto feels neglected in a way. In my opinion, he's being a bit stuck up. Naruto wishes he had parents whilst growing up. Heck, Naruto's dad was also the Hokage, and he would have still wished it. He would have still been grateful. My questions to you are, what are you expecting to happen during this Naruto movie since there's no more war? Will there be romance between Boruto and Sarada later on, granting Naruto's wish of being related to Sasuke? Will Sarada learn to use Susano'o like Sasuke did, maybe later? This topic is a bit less controversial, as some people think that the series is only going to be 10 chapters, which I think it probably will be. It is more of an opinion in a sense, so I won't expect anyone to be on board. I was wondering, when they said Naruto Storm 4 would be the last Storm game, they emphasized the terms last Storm game, so it could mean that there will be a new game series based on Naruto Gaiden, or just a new game series for Naruto in general. For example, Naruto Gaiden Ultimate Ninja. Of course, if this game were to be released, it would have all the characters to date. However, I think they should start fresh, a complete new roster, leave out characters like Itachi, as they technically do not exist in Naruto Gaiden. But of course, due to fan requests, Akatsuki will just be forced into the game, just like in Naruto Revolution, etc. However, I can understand them being in Naruto Revolution, but I wouldn't see a place for them in Naruto Gaiden. I only use like 10 characters anyway, and I'm bored of them, so I probably won't play them in any future game. I like a fresh start with new characters, grown-up Konohamaru, Boruto, Sarada, guy in a wheelchair, etc. Of course, that's my opinion. Mechanics-wise, I prefer if it had the Storm 3 playstyle. One of my favourite games is still Storm 3. Combo cancels weren't that easy to do in that game, and there was a reason for me to make videos, combo cancel videos about it. Anyway, back to topic. Naruto Storm 4 can't be the last Naruto game. They will continue to make some variation of the game, so expect something after Storm 4. Naruto Gaiden is a possible outcome, however, if the series only lasts for 10 chapters, I don't see how they can make an entire game out of it. Although this has not been confirmed, I'm almost certain that Kishimoto won't stop Naruto after Naruto Gaiden's 10th chapter. There will be more. My theory was that he will take a break for about half a year before such a series back up again. Just like when Naruto started up, there was about a half a year or a year gap between the first few chapters and the rest of the series. I think it's a planning process that he takes with his managers and stuff. However, Kishimoto himself said it would be a mini-series, so this is also against my argument. I just really don't want Naruto to end yet. If Dragon Ball Z can have a new series after 18 years, then I am 100% sure that Naruto isn't over. Alright, that's the end of this discussion video, guys. Be sure to leave a like my new Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, like my Google Plus page, and subscribe. Peace out.